Today I wanted to show off some cuneiform tablets that I received as a prize from Samuel David's Sumer of Giving campaign. The tablets were made by another Inanna devotee, Isabella Mendes. The Sumer of Giving campaign is a charity fundraising initiative that Sam runs in collaboration with the Temple of Inanna Facebook group to raise money for humanitarian organizations. Participants donate to one of several organizations and then are entered into a raffle to win some awesome prizes donated by members of the community. This was the second year for Sumer of Giving, and hopefully he'll keep bringing it back every year. I participated last year as well, and I also won a prize then too. Last year I won an effigy of Pazuzu made by Sam himself. If I were a conspiracy theorist, I'd wonder if it was rigged to get me to talk about it on the internets to my dozens of followers. Nah, I think Pazuzu just wanted me to have a proper effigy of him rather than just the little scalpy amulet that I made for myself. Anyway, this year, the highlighted organizations were the Center for Reproductive Rights, the Sylvia Rivera Law Project, Heifer International, the Iraqi Children Foundation, and the Assyrian Aid Society of America. It was very difficult to decide which to donate to, as I'm not rich enough to be able to support every cause that I would like to support, but I went with Heifer International. Oh, they also sent me a hilarious hat for my donation. I'll be right back. There, that's better. Heifer International donates livestock such as cows and goats to people who are experiencing food insecurity around the world. Since Inanna was originally revered as a goddess of the storehouse, and since feeding the people was always such an important part of her festivals and of her worship, I thought that this was an appropriate organization to give to. I am currently doing a recurring monthly donation as a way of honoring Inanna by giving back to people in need. I will say, for full transparency though, that I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to continue donating in the next few months, however. So let's get to showing the actual tablets. So anyway, these tablets were made by Isabella Mendes. She has posted about her process a bit on the Temple of Inanna Facebook group. She extracts the clay directly from the ground in her yard to make these tablets and then fires them in a fire pit. I think she's from Ohio too, so this clay is from genuine Ohio soil. Not that anyone from anywhere else would find that interesting, but I do. I wish I was this dedicated, but I only make my tablets with Sculpey or air dry clay. There's a bunch of fragmentary tablets right here. I'm not sure if they were intended to be like recovered artifacts from the beginning, or if they just sometimes break during the firing process. But I think they're pretty cool either way. It makes me kind of want to go to the art museum to gawk at the tiny ancient Near East collection they have there. I found that some of the fragments fit together. It was pretty fun trying to see what pieces fit together. I got to pretend I was kind of like a real archaeologist for a little bit. Now I want to go on a dig again. I've only been on one way back when I was in college. I also got to see the overflowing storage rooms in the basement of the Natural History Museum, and I've been pissed off about all of the random empty spaces in the exhibits ever since. I'm trying to translate this intact tablet. I know some of the signs, but not all of them. I know I could just message Isabella and ask what it says, but it's more fun to try to work out the translation myself. This says Inanna Nin Ani something. I feel like I know this, but I don't. I'm not sure how I'm going to display all of these yet. I might try to see if I can find like a really big one of these types of frames. Let me see if I can zoom in. Like that over there, where I have that weird bone art. I think there's some more. Yeah, there's more over there. I wonder if they make those super big. Anyway, The package also included these cards with this cute artwork of Inanna and some of her sacred symbols. And then it has a hymn to Inanna on the other side. Got two of them, so I just have them both showing the opposite sides. Isabella's worship of Inanna involves syncretism with Catholicism, and I believe that her hymn reflects this. This hymn refers to Inanna as the valiant consort of God, which I'm pretty sure refers to the Abrahamic God. She did an interview on Sam's channel explaining more about her practice if you're interested. I'll let her explain it in her own words because I don't want to mess up trying to explain someone else's practice, especially when it involves so many elements that I am not personally familiar with. She also included this rosary with a card showing how to use it. On the other side of the card here, it has a QR code to her Etsy shop. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description in case QR codes don't work through video. She has an ebook of her practice, including mass services and prayers. I imagine if you contacted her, she'd probably be willing to make more tablets, rosaries, and hymn cards to sell too. If you are someone who feels called to Inanna, but are coming from Catholicism or from other forms of Christianity and still feel called to that deity too, Isabella's practice could serve as valuable inspiration in building your own practice. Here, let me show the tablets again too. These are so cool. They look and feel like something that belongs in a museum or something. Well, that's all I wanted to share today. If you're a Mesopotamian pagan, or if you just love Inanna, or just find this all interesting, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.